This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
The president has gone after you in some deeply personal ways. I mean, attacking you over and over again, even attacking you for, regarding your wedding, your recent wedding, which, by the way, congratulations. What do you make of all that? And he's obviously supporting your primary opponents. I mean, what kind of retribution are you facing?
You know, my wife told me, she said, "I told you so. We should have invited Donald Trump. He's mad that he didn't get an invitation." So, we're taking it with a grain of salt. He's being a bully or trying to be a bully. And they're trying to beat me here in Kentucky. But here's what's interesting. The people financing this campaign consist completely of 3 billionaires, and they're all in the Epstein class. In fact, one of them is named in Epstein's phone book. Not the secret files that the FBI is keeping, but in Epstein's phone book. So it's a small world. Dogs don't bark at parked cars.
That's quite interesting there. So what are we going to do about it, Mr. Thomas Massie? Now, there's been a lot of smoke of people talking about people getting locked up. A lot of talk about this Epstein file. But you may not remember, because back in, I think it was 2000, was it 23 or 24? I can't remember what it was. It was the 20, I can't remember what year it was. But Thomas Massie got on the floor and he was talking about that $17 million that taxpayers were paying for them to cover up the sex crimes of the setting officials. You remember that?
Congress has paid over $17 million in hush money for sexual misconduct inside of the offices in these buildings. And what's more is that was taxpayer money, right? The allegation is that President Trump paid $130,000 of his own money. But here in Congress, there may be some on this dais. I mean, I'm for turning loose all of these records. Who in here has had the taxpayer pay for their sexual misconduct?
Stop right there. Now, I can't remember if this was 2023 or 2024. Now, take that back. This goes back to 2019, if I'm not mistaken. I just remembered that because this was Donald Trump's first term. Now, this is the problem I have, because he said this on the House floor. I don't know when this video was made, but he said this initially back in 2019. Now, I ask you a question. Everybody's talking about the Epstein files. Has Thomas Massie, anybody in the Trump administration, any Democrat, any of these people done anything about taxpayers' funds paid for these sitting politicians to sexually harass people, and they're being protected by our money? We don't hear anything else about this. This is the problem I have with all this grandstanding. I don't believe nothing most of the politicians say. That's including Donald Trump. because y'all make a bunch of damn promises, and then when somebody try to hold your feet to the fire, you get upset because we want you to be held accountable. That's including Thomas Massie, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all the Democrats and all the damn Republicans, including Donald Trump. They always say what they're going to do when they get in office. And then you'll do a whole bunch of other stuff. But the real big thing, you want me to ignore that. My main thing is I want to see people from the deep state arrested. That's my main problem. Because here's the problem is, if you have roaches in your house, if you got rats in your house, if you got a leak in your roof, and you don't fix any of these problems, the problems just get worse. And if the politicians are able to molest people and we pay for it, what's to stop them? I don't know what to stop them now. I mean, how much crime can we let them get away with? Everybody was talking about the Epstein. Matter of fact, let's rewind. Kash Patel, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, all of them was saying we need to let the Epstein files out. The Democrats were silent while Joe Biden was in there. They didn't say nothing. Even Thomas Massie and Marjorie Taylor Greene wasn't really talking about the Epstein file. But the people who wasn't in office, the people that's in Donald Trump's administration right now, they wanted the Epstein files out. Democrats were silent. Thomas Massie wasn't talking about the Epstein files. Marjorie Taylor Greene wasn't talking about the Epstein files. Now they're talking about the Epstein files, but nobody's going to jail. They're not releasing the names. They're upset because we want them to do what they said they're going to do. One thing I can tell you about people, they do not want to do what they said they're going to do. And when you question them about not doing what they said they was going to do, they'll get upset with you. Because they don't really want the facts to come out. If the facts come out, it makes them look bad. They say, why are you bringing that up? Because that's what you said you was going to do, damn it. Now you upset because I want you to do what you told me you was going to do? You said, well, we got some other important things. Look at all this stuff we're doing over here. Okay, that's nice. But that's not the main thing I wanted you to do. Here you are. I got the main thing I want you to do. You say, I'm not interested in the main thing. Let me do this other stuff. And I'll get back to, I'm going to circle back like the circle back girl. Let me circle back around to you. This is technically what they're telling us. I'll circle back around to you. No, I don't want you to circle back around. I want you to take care of that now. That is the main problem. I need you to stop the leak. The leak is the deep state. And here you have the $17 million. Why hasn't the Republicans or the Democrats said something about people? Because Jeffrey Epstein was a pervert, but all these perverts are hanging around him, including Trump friends, and all the Democrats was hanging around him. But Thomas Massie, he was asked a question about the Democrats and Jeffrey Epstein, and I personally didn't like his answer. Let me pull that clip up for you. These people talk out of both sides of their neck, and people be bragging on both sides. But they talk out of both sides of their neck, and then when you call them on the carpet about something they said they was going to do, they get upset with you. Just like all these people who was claiming that Donald Trump gave an illegal order for the military to disobey. I got 3 or 4 clips of them. Neither one can tell you what the illegal supposedly order was given. And then we got a bunch of voter fraud we're going to talk about too. But here's Thomas Massie. Want to answer about the Democrats.
Will Republicans... Hi, Congressman. Will Republicans move to censure Rep. Plaskett after finding out she was texting with a convicted child sex offender?
I don't know. That's sort of, to me, that's just a distraction at
He said the distraction, her texting with him.
this point.
What about Bill and Hillary Clinton? They're now refusing to show up before the House oversight regarding their depositions with Jeffrey Epstein. What's going to happen with them? Is there going to be a criminal referral?
That's up to the Oversight Committee and the Speaker of the House.
Why is he not concerned about Bill Clinton? Out of all people, Bill Clinton probably was around him more than anybody. But he's not really upset about Bill Clinton for some reason.
I mean, everybody in this country has the right to plead the Fifth Amendment. If that's what they're doing, that's fine. But if they're refusing to show up at all, that's not legal.
Bannon and Navarro were in prison for doing the same thing. Should they be as well?
That's outside of my purview.
So he's not really interested. He's grandstanding. See, I don't got why I don't trust none of them that grandstanding stuff. Like, I'm still upset about the whole way that Donald Trump's meeting with Mandami went. Because now Mandami went on a talk show and now he's calling Donald Trump a fascist. See, that's why y'all, if you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. See, you tried to be nice to him. That's why I don't try to be nice to people. Like when I don't like a mofo, I don't even try to pretend like I like him. But this is what he gets.
Press conference with President Trump. A reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer. Then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do.
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important in our politics, is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table.
See, he got cocky after the meeting. And the Republicans was thinking that Donald Trump won the meeting. I'm not going to play nice with a communist. I don't like you. I'm not going to pretend like we don't have nothing in common. Now, Donald Trump said in the press conference when they had it, is that we found out we have a lot of things in common. Really? Could you name some of the things? Because I think Donald Trump was saying that he wants the best for New York. Mandami does. Well, no, he doesn't. The hell you get that from? Trying to tax people, going away with the police department. How is that doing what's right for the New Yorkers? He has nothing in common with me. Absolutely nothing. My personal opinion, he needs to be dropped off back to the country he came from, a piece of trash. But when you start compromising with these demons, never compromise with a demon. See, speak the truth. I'm not going to pretend like I like people that I don't like. I never understood grown men doing that. I never understood grown women doing that. If you don't like a person, we don't have to be nasty, but I don't want to be around you because I don't want to pretend like I got a lot in common. I'm not trying to find no common ground with a freaking communist or some jihadist or who justifies jihadists. I don't want to find common ground with you. I don't understand the mindset of people who go out their way because you have an enemy that is your enemy and is your enemy's enemy, so y'all friends. I don't do that. Just because I have an enemy and you have the same enemy, don't make us friends. Not at all. I don't want to be a communist friend. I don't want to praise a Nazi or a communist or praise anybody who is technically anti-God. I never understood that whole concept because I think that everybody keeps saying reach across the aisles. How is reaching across the aisles worked out for Americans? That's what I like to know. How's that worked out for us?
Because I'm not coming into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation.
He said he was asked 3 words to describe himself as New York City. Really? You're not from New York City, technically speaking. But see, this is the problem I have with most politicians, with Donald Trump. They think that if they get a couple of victories, I'm going to ignore certain things. I'm not going to do that. And I'm also not going to jump on the bandwagon of some other person just because they get a couple of things right. All of a sudden, I got to become their cheerleader. The country is not doing good. Now, economically, next year, we probably going to be doing better because some of this stuff going to kick in. But here's the problem. If you're just plugging up the leaks and you don't remove the cancer out of government, what do you think you're going to be in a couple of years? We're not removing the cancer. There's too many politicians, there are too many judges, too many lawyers. There's too many people who work at the DOJ and the FBI that's broken the law, and they have not been held accountable. Why is it that if you file your taxes and you don't report a certain thing, they can lock you up, but the damn politicians can rob from you, steal from you, do insider trading, side with the enemy, take bribes from China and Russia and any other damn country? Nothing happens to them. This is why you should know something is suspicious. Quit thinking you can bully people around. Everybody can't be bullied. I just don't understand why everybody think they can bully everybody around. Here's the problem I have. Just like, when Mike Tyson he bullied most people. Let's just be honest. But Mike Tyson ran into a couple of people he couldn't bully. He couldn't bully Buster Douglas. He couldn't bully Evander Holyfield. And once you can, he tried to bully Lennox Lewis later in his career. That didn't work out too well for him either. Because I found this out a long time ago. Eventually, you're going to run into somebody you cannot bully. So stop trying to bully every damn body. When you don't have facts on your side, you start trying to bully somebody because you don't have the facts on your side. Here's the facts of the matter. Democrats and Republicans are corrupt. I hate to be the one to tell you, they are. I'm not saying all of them, but as a whole, they all are corrupt. This doesn't mean they never do anything right. Donald Trump has done a lot of positive things, but he's screwed up many times because of his arrogance sometimes that he keeps screwing. And then you got some people who, when Donald Trump first came out, they hated Donald Trump. They hated him. From the time Donald Trump came down the escalator, I was a Donald Trump. I said, Donald Trump, I'm voting for him. I'm sticking with him. And they wanted to kill Donald Trump. The reason I know that he wasn't one of insider because they went too far out their way to try to do some. Republicans and Democrats were trying to destroy him. Sometimes you can get so drunk with just being successful and just thinking that you'll just ignore the big picture. Now, the big picture is that I don't understand why anybody can believe anything Democrats say. Let's just make that clear. We already know all them other devils. The Democrats are. But most of the Republicans are too, because what I have a problem with is Thomas Massie not saying anything, bringing back up how $17 million was paid to those sexually assaulting or sexually harassing people, and he never came up with a damn name. He wasn't even talking about the Epstein files when Joe Biden was the president. He was asking about it. He ignored it. Marjorie Taylor Greene wasn't thinking about it. I just have a problem with anybody. It just seems like everybody looks for a hero and they'll just ignore something else. See, you can say something good about the person when they do something good, but I'm not going to act like you some kind of honey badger now when most of you hung around child molesters. I can name you some of your favorite ones. Everybody's upset about Epstein. There's many people, including those who are YouTube people, that was hanging around freaking perverts. They were hanging around perverts and tried to justify them hanging around perverts. When you hang around a pervert, you're going to try, I guess you're trying to say your pervert is worse than my pervert. Because these people will sell out for the notoriety or for money. Because I can't see how a bunch of these people who built their YouTube career, built it on jumping on Donald Trump's bandwagon. Most of them, a lot of these people was liberals before Donald Trump came along. Hell, Donald Trump hung around more liberals when he was in the private sector. But a lot of these people was liberals, and then they became, quote, conservative. They had all kind of events. They build them all up. And now they was conservatives. Oh, when Donald Trump was this rising, and when they thought he lost the election, they all jumped off the bandwagon. I stuck with him. I say he's still my guy. But he's been screwed up with the Epstein things. He done screwed up with, I don't like you telling me that you don't want my support because I asked you to bring the Epstein files out, which you say you was going to do. And J.D. Vance did it too. I'm telling you, the Mondami mess up, the Epstein mess up is going to hurt them. I don't care what nobody say, even if the economy doing good. Because those who are really conservative, let me tell you something. They hold grudges. They're not like the left. The left has no conscience. But those who are really conservative do have a conscience and they don't forget certain things. You can, if you ain't learned anything, just go pay attention to Mr. Read My Lips. No new taxes. That's why he lost. Because when you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, the left doesn't care. But we do. If you say you're going to do it, damn it, just do what you say you're going to do. Don't get mad because we ask you to do what you say you're going to do. I understand this mindset. And then you want me to, I don't blindly follow anyone like that. When you do good, I'm going to say you did good. You don't have to give me a shout out. You don't have to read. I don't care nothing about none of that. But when you do good, but when you start screwing up, don't think I'm not going to criticize you for screwing up. I don't know who's advising him. When his first term, I said that he had some bad advisors around him. He got rid of Jared Kushner because I couldn't stand that metrosexual looking fella there. Jared Kushner, his son-in-law. I still can't stand him. The problem I have is that everybody likes to grandstand. All of these people are supposed to be the smartest people, right? They're supposed to be the most brilliant people. I've been told this all my life about these politicians. They keep telling me their credentials. They'll read their credentials off. I went to Yale, Princeton, Harvard. They tell you all these credentials, all of them, even the Trump administration now. They tell you how qualified they are. When Bush was in there, they did the same. When Clinton was in there, they did. When Obama was in there, this person is qualified. Look at this. It doesn't make a big difference how qualified you are, how intelligent you are. When you are corrupt, you're not going to do the right thing. Smart, you just may be a smart criminal. Because what I want to know is how we get $37 trillion, $38 trillion, whatever we are right now, in debt. The smartest people been in office, the most qualified people been in office, and we can't even solve the thing about election fraud. Because we got a couple of videos on election fraud, you wouldn't even believe it. Why did the Republicans let the Democrats do mail-in balloting? Matter of fact, Mr. Fang Fang, he wants to do phone voting now. I'm sure nothing can go wrong with this. Let me give Mr. Fang Fang, who wants to do phone vote. I thought it was a joke. I said, this damn fool is serious. He wants us to vote by phone. And he said and the guy who's interviewing him, don't even really give him any pushback. I'd ask him, have you lost your damn mind, fool? Vote by phone.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian.
Vote by phone.
Hold on, rewind that.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian.
Vote by phone.
Vote by phone. Yeah, if we can do our taxes, do our, make our healthcare appointments, make essentially do your banking online, you should be able to vote by phone.
He's a damn idiot. This damn fool say you should be able to vote by phone. So my question to him is, what's the purpose of voting by phone? You can't get out your house. It used to be some kind of pride in going out and voting. Now it's all about cheating. Why do you need to vote by phone? Don't we have enough fraud now? What's the purpose of voting by phone other than to cheat?
Make it safe, make it secure, but it's actually already happening all over the United States. I want us to be a blue state.
It's already happening all over the United States. I didn't know that. Did you guys know there was somebody voting by phone?
That doesn't do just a little bit better than like Georgia or Alabama when it comes to like voting access. I want us to max out democracy. Also, as it relates to democracy, if you wait in line for 30 minutes or more, if you do want to vote in person, I think you should fine every county for every minute that a person has to wait long.
This freaking ignorant bastard. This is the same fella who was banging Fang Fang, and the FBI knew he was banging Fang Fang. The FBI let Fang Fang go back over to China, who was nothing but a honeypot spy. And nobody even asking him any questions about it. We want to know the whole detail about what went on to you screwing a spy. He hasn't denied that he slept with Fang Fang. But I think his wife believes him. She must be a little slow if she actually believes that he didn't bang Fang Fang.
We have to be better, not just a little bit better than the other states. The DMV. I don't think Californians should have to go in person to the DMV anymore. I think we can do that virtually. I think you.
Can you believe this damn fool? So we don't have enough fraud now. Not only do you want to vote by phone, he wants you to do virtually get your driver's license. Damn fool, you've already issued hundreds of thousands of illegal driver's licenses to a bunch of foreigners who can't even speak the language or read the language. What could possibly go wrong with that? He needs to be locked up. He actually, think about this. He's a senator. Look at all the laws he broke. If you were sleeping with a spy like this, they'd lock you up probably. He does it, and he's on here still advocating these communist mindsets so they can keep cheating.
You can have the DMV employees do it virtually, but that's a lot of.
Do you understand how much fraud goes on at the DMV? This is an idiot. I want you to rewind it one more time so you can hear this right here.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian
Vote by phone.
Vote by phone. Yeah, if we can do our taxes, do our make our healthcare appointments, make essentially do your banking online, you should be able to vote by phone. Make it safe, make it secure, but it's actually already happening all over the United States.
I just can't believe how dumb most of our politicians are. The whole system is too damn corrupt now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I almost want to throw up listening to most of these people, the stuff they get away with. And I don't give a damn if your favorite YouTuber wants you to believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey is pure. Because they're not. None of them are pure. Not Donald Trump, none of them ain't pure. Not one single one of them. Some are better than the others, but they none are pure. Because they get too damn rich being in office. One thing you can say about Mr. Trump is he was already rich before he got in there. But the rest of them get filthy rich. And now I saw some of these, quote, influencer YouTubers talking about they're scared of Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's going to run. You don't think she's corrupt? She went from $700,000 to $25 million in 5 years. And you saying she's pure. It dumbfounds me. Some of these people, they start believing their own BS because they say it real forceful and they drop a couple of profanities and then they'll say that's right. F you if you don't agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't agree with her and F you back.
I want us to be a blue state that doesn't do just a little bit better than like Georgia or Alabama when it comes to like voting access. I want us to max out democracy. Also, as it relates to democracy.
He wants to max out democracy. How dumb is that? What does that even mean? Max out democracy. He wants to max out democracy. That sounds really, really, really smart. Let's max out democracy. Oh, Lordy, 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 Lordy.
See, if you wait in line for 30 minutes or more, if you do want to vote in person, I think you should fine every county for every minute.
If the county gets fined, that means the taxpayers get fined, dummy. Freaking stupid idiot.
That a person has to wait longer. We have to be better, not just a little bit better than the other states.
I wish he'd get locked up. I ain't lying. I wish so many people could start getting locked up. Snake said, Fang Fang told him that. Mark Andrews, good to see that brother. That pure bull. It's just bull. Who even comes up with some of this stuff? Nothing but a vile, filthy communist would possibly say something so damn stupid. And the guy who's interviewing him won't even call him to. Like I said, the dumbest thing I ever heard. You understand how much fraud can go in there? Matter of fact, let's get to some fraud with your government and voter fraud. You couldn't even report this stuff on most of the social media platforms back in the day. Where's that damn? Which one should I start with? Let's see. I think I'll start with vote by, that's the vote by phone. Let's start with this one. No, that one's kind of long because I don't want to play all of it either. Before I get to the voter fraud, let me play some of the people who couldn't answer the illegal orders that they said Trump was giving the military. And when it came time for them to answer what's the illegal orders, guess what? They don't know what the illegal orders is. Which is the first one I want to bring up? Let's do, I forgot silly Jane Fonda. This is Amy Klobuchar.
Do you know what the specific illegal acts are that your Democratic colleagues were referring to there?
Well, it's very clear in this code for the military that you cannot follow unlawful orders. And, that would be, I'll just use an example. Some of the judges have now found in certain cities that it is not legal to send in the National Guard. And those National Guard members have come home. Some of them are still there. But if their commander were to tell them, hey, go out on the streets and do this and that, that's not following the order that is in law. So I just use that example. I'm sure my colleagues would have others.
Was that the question? Because I'm a little confused. I don't think that was the question that he had. Okay, let's circle back because we got a couple of more of them, and neither one would answer the question. Now, that's not the question she asked you, so could we rephrase that?
I wonder, do you know what the specific illegal acts are that your Democratic colleagues were referring to there?
Well, it's very clear.
She said very clear, but you got to get her colleagues in order to tell you what those are. If it's clear, why in the hell you don't know then?
In this code.
She's a mean SOB too, herself.
For the military, that you cannot follow unlawful orders. And, that would be, I'll just use an example. Some of the judges have now found in certain cities that it is not legal to send in the National Guard.
The judges are corrupt. Give me the specific that the judge says is not legal. Give me the specific since you're so damn smart.
And those National Guard members have come home. Some of them are still there. But if their commander were to tell them, hey, go out on the streets and do this and that, that's not following.
She's not making no sense. Quit filibustering the answer, Heifer.
The order that is in law. So I just use that example. I'm sure
you didn't use the example. That wasn't even a damn example, dumbass.
My colleagues would have others.
She's nothing but a filthy communist too. You damn right. She's a communist. Freaking moron. Here's another one. Won't answer the question. If you're going to accuse somebody of something like that, you ought to at least be able to answer the freaking question. Here's that Elise woman.
Right now, do you believe President Trump has issued any illegal orders?
To my knowledge, I am not aware of things that are illegal, but
why'd you say it then, Heifer?
Certainly there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes and everything.
Now she's talking about the Caribbean strikes. I don't give a damn about no boat being blowed up. And I don't care what no other YouTuber says. I don't give a damn about no boat being blowed up. And I don't care about the damn nuclear sites that got blew up in Iran. It didn't start World War III. Quit acting like you was right. You was wrong about it.
Related to Venezuela.
So you don't know any specifics, but you said there was some specifics when y'all did your little video. People ain't nothing but a bunch of filthy liars. Now, she didn't have an answer to that. Is this the same one? Let me see.
It does imply that the president is having illegal orders, which you have not seen.
I think for us, it was just a statement widely, right? We say very quickly and very...
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
All the folks who come to us, This is the process. Go to your JAG officer, ask them for explanation, for top cover, for their view on things.
I hate these communists. All these communists do is pretend like they're doing something so damn good.
We do that on a case-by-case basis, but we wanted to speak directly to the volumes of people who had come to us on this.
And it is very clear that no one should follow an illegal order, but it's very murky when you look at what is an illegal order. And if you go...
What is this half-dead looking heifer talking about right here? She's so damn corrupt, it's not even funny. Look like she's been embalmed.
Into morally, ethically, that's a pretty tough thing to look at and say, how do I navigate this?
It ain't tough to look at. You know what an unlawful order is? Damn heifer.
Look, if you're going back to Nuremberg, right, they told me to do.
We're not talking about Nuremberg. Who in the hell is killing anybody? What the hell is you talking about?
That's why I murdered people is not an excuse. Is
anybody being murdered? You know you got to be desperate when you said going back to Nuremberg. Come on.
Look at popular culture. There's you watch, A Few Good Men. We have.
They can't answer a straight question. It just proves to me most of these people are not smart. Some damn people, some deep stater behind the scene probably told them to do this because they was in the military. We was going to listen to it. They didn't even come up with it. They're not even smart enough to come up with it. That's include Mark Kelly, too. He's a moron.
Plenty of examples since World War II in Vietnam where people.
Mark says, what coffin did she roll out of? They need to roll her back in there, Mark.
Were told to follow illegal orders, and they did it.
Hampton says, she's so damn stupid. What a clown. Damn sure is.
And they were prosecuted for it. So the best thing for people to do is.
You didn't make a point. Make a point.
Go to their JAG officer, their local law enforcement or a legal officer in their unit.
See, this is why most of these communists look so smart until they cross-examine. See, this is the problem I have with these people. Everybody be thinking they're smart. If you just can make them get a cross-examination, ask them a tough question, you'll realize that they're not even that damn smart. They're good at pretending to be smart. Everybody looks real smart until cross-examined. I've seen witnesses look real sharp until somebody started cross-examining them. I've seen these so-called experts who came to testify, but when the defense or the prosecutors cross-examine the so-called expert witness, their whole story breaks down too. Now she can't answer a damn question.
And ask for some explanation, ask for help. And that's what we've been advising people to do.
No, you haven't. You've been advising people to disobey a lawful order. That's what you've been doing. Now all of a sudden, when you ask the questions, now you can't answer no damn question. A lot more of these damn politicians need to be locked up, like this filthy Brandon Johnson.
The matter is, we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
Listen to this damn fool. He says that jails have not led to a safe community. No, because you keep letting them out of jail, damn fool. What is this moron talking about? So if you're locked up, how in the hell can you commit a crime? See, these people, they say something forceful and people let them get away with it. I said, that don't make no sense, stupid. The hell you mean? If you locked up, how can you commit the crime if you're in jail? The reason that it ain't working because you keep letting them out of jail. Just like this clown who set the woman on fire. Hell, he had been arrested like 49 times, 10 felonies. The judge said, you know what? I don't think that you need to stay in jail. You've learned your lesson. You've only been arrested 49 times, only 10 felonies. We can see if we can get. Now, if you go up to 75, I may have to think about that because I think it's not fair. Who is your parents? Did your parents not show you enough love? Oh, let him out of jail. His mother abused him. His daddy ran off. Locking people up prevents crime, period. Matter of fact, put them in their electric chair or illegal. The injection that'll stop them from committing crime. If they're dead or locked up, they can't commit a crime. That's just basic 101 right there. But they're telling you that these jails cannot stop crime. That is a bunch of bull. The reason that it ain't stopping is because you put them in jail, but you let them out of jail. And for reasons unpronounced to me, just keep letting them out of jail. And then after they get out of jail and they commit another crime, that's not the reason that they committed a crime. It's because they were misunderstood as children. I dare you questioning them. It's because of that the father didn't show him any love. But I want to get some voter fraud before, because I have some voter fraud and the government is responsible for it. That's the scary part. The government is responsible for this. My man Mark Andrews just hit us up. I appreciate you, brother Mark, the sniper. Did you see that voting by phone, Mark? Geniuses, aren't they? Pure genius. And he think he was making some sense too. He says locking up people does not prevent crime. Not if you let them out. But unless this law-abiding citizen, he's escaping from the jail at night or something. Other than that, if you locked up, you can't keep committing crime. What the hell is you talking about? That is one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard. Miss S. Ford, and here's up earlier today. I just remember that. Thank you so much, and God bless you and the family, Miss S. Ford. Hope you and the family is doing fantastic. Locking up criminals does not prevent crime. Could have fooled me. If you're in jail, show me how you can go out and rape and rob and carjack. Just show it to me. Hell as you mean it doesn't. You let them out of jail, of course it doesn't. Bunch of freaking morons, man. But I wanted to get to this blatant way that the government did voter fraud. I got like 2 or 3 of them. I'm not going to play all of both of the clips because some of them are a little bit lengthier, but there's some great information in these clips that should make you scratch your head. Where's that first one at? Okay, I'm going to show you. Oh, where's the other one at? Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm going to show you this one first.
Voter fraud on and off for decades, and I'm in touch with a whole network of attorneys who work on voter fraud issues. And what we have found is that some of the voter rolls in the swing states are chock full of illegal aliens and other people who should not be on the voter roll. But we know they're...
Why is it that they're allowed to keep illegals on the voter roll? How hard is that to take it off? I mean, if it's the law, if anybody wants to keep it on, arrest their asses. I don't understand. I don't understand this whole mindset that we wrote laws that you can't do anything about them having dead people and illegals on the voter roll in swing states. So the Democrats can put them on there, but the Republicans and whoever else can't take them off there.
Are illegal aliens on the voting rolls because they register their address as the processing center. All these NGOs that are processing them.
Why are we allowing the NGOs to help other people break laws? And sometimes we're funding the NGOs to break the laws and destroy our country. We got to be the stupidest people in the world. We're letting them use our money to enslave us and bring us communism. And the Republicans get up here and grandstand, going on Fox News and everything else, but they're not doing a damn thing to stop it.
Even before they cross the border, they're using the address of the processing center as their voter registration address. I guess they think Republicans are too stupid to notice. But we have software where we integrate the property tax records with the voting.
Well, are you going to get anybody arrested? Can you refer them over to get arrested? Because I'm sure Pam Bundy will take care of that if you send it over to her, because she's arrested just all the people from deep state. She's only got like 2 more to go. She's such a bulldog.
File, and so we can see where every voter actually lives. They have to live at a legal residence, and many do not, by the thousands. And all these new illegal voters are inundating the voting rolls, in especially the swing states. They are preparing for another big steal.
And in 2022, Senator Ron Johnson and Jay Valentine, they exposed about 40,000 phantom voters. And
did we do anything about that? See, what I'm getting sick of is everybody's exposing stuff, but nobody's going to jail. Now, I heard a couple of people went to jail for some other stuff, but I'm saying, how are they able to do this? Because this is coming from the higher ups. No low level person can do all this voter fraud. It's got to be those higher up allowing it. Because what is the resistance to have clean voter rolls?
Let's talk about those phantom voters. They were in Wisconsin. They got them removed. And I understand that you tried reaching out to the Trump campaign, and they had no idea this was even happening.
Yeah.
How is the Trump campaign don't know what's going on?
There's different ways of challenging people, but the most efficient way to get a bad voter, an illegal voter, off the voting roll is to challenge the address. If the address is not a legal residence, they're easy to you can force the mail to not go to it. You can't actually remove the person itself.
Why can't you remove the person?
But you can remove their address so that mail-in ballots are no longer being sent to them.
See, who sets up laws like this? We know you're illegal. We know you're doing something illegal, but we can't remove you, but we can remove your address. Who sets up a law like this? Someone who is intending on breaking the damn law.
And that's the quickest way to do it, especially when we only have a few months left before the timeline hits. And yes, we removed about 40,000 what we call phantom voters. These are people who are dead or moved out of state or don't even
all dead people vote Democrat.
Exist, or they don't live at a legal address. Their address is listed as a gas station or a Walmart or a vacant house. And we're able to.
And don't forget, Mr. Bang Bang or Mr. Fang Fang wants you to vote by phone now.
Determine that. And because those 40,000 phantom voters were removed, Senator Ron Johnson was reelected.
So you also.
All they do is cheat. But I'm just so suspicious of why the Democrats let them get away with it. I just don't understand this whole mindset, letting them get away with it. I don't think we're fighting, and I think we give these damn politicians too much leeway and believe what they're saying. They'll do a damn thing but cheat. But I got another fella. This guy's talking about co-op operations and every damn thing else what they were doing.
Hello, my name is Gary Burnson. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force and a retired senior operations officer and chief of station of the Central Intelligence Agency. For over 3 decades, I served in the U.S. national security apparatus in various capacities. Shortly after the attacks of 11 September 2001, I entered Afghanistan and commanded CIA paramilitary forces, helping seize the cities of Talcon and the capital of Afghanistan, Kabul. I was the driving force and architect of the Battle of Tora Bora. I held the position as chief of Hezbollah operation in CIA's counterterrorism center for several years and concluded my service in CIA as a chief of station in Latin America combating narco-terrorists. Cartel del Sol is the Venezuelan government and is led by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, Diosdado Cabello, Minister of Defense Vladimir Lopez Padrino, President of the National Assembly Jorge Rodriguez, and former Director General of Military Counterintelligence Hugo Carbajal, who was detained in Spain several years ago and extradited to New York. He is currently awaiting trial for narco trafficking. Venezuelan President Maduro has a U.S. indictment and bounty of U.S. $15 million for his capture. Diosdado Cabello has U.S. indictment and a $10 million bounty on his head. At least 6 other Venezuelan cabinet members and senior officials are indicted. In the last 20 years, the Cartel del Sol has stolen $1 trillion U.S. from Venezuela's national oil company, PDVSA, and embezzled $500 billion U.S. from its national treasury. It not only has, but continues to produce and smuggle 25 to 40 metric tons of cocaine every month out of its country into the world. The Cartel del Sol is a $2 trillion transnational criminal organization and the most well-resourced criminal syndicate in history. Through bribery and investments of
I bet you some of our politicians taking bribes from them. I bet you any kind of money. I bet you any kind of money, a bunch of your politicians taking bribes from these cartels.
Its funds. It controls a
This is why they're mad, because President Trump is blowing up the damn boats. It's probably because it's their money.
dozen countries and world leaders. It has massive investments in the U.S. and European financial markets and institutions.
Vicky says she can't hear, understand him well. Is this voice sputtering for you guys, or is it just Vicky? She says she can't understand him very well. Is that voice sounds bad? See if anybody else is chopping. Oh, it is chopping. Let's see if it's bad. Okay. Angie says very choppy too. W. Wiz says choppy. Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm about to take him down then. It's choppy. Mark says choppy. It's not very good recording. I don't know why it was just choppy, because that is strange.
Certain
Could you
NGO
understand
groups, such
this
as
one?
Catholic Charities, they are helping out these illegal immigrants. They are actually funded by the Republican Party.
Yes, these are groups that are to the left of most mainstream religions. They're liberal Christian charity groups, and they have formed various NGOs. The Lutherans have one, the Catholic Charities another one, and they don't believe in borders. And they feel perfectly fine with registering people to vote in our elections. They're very left. And yet we fund them. The Republican budget last time around actually gave these NGOs the money to keep doing what they've been doing for a couple of years. So yes, we have evidence that NGOs are deeply involved in corrupting.
So the Republicans are help funding them. You can't make this up, man. This jackass is on the House floor talking about, I think it's Senator Whitehouse talking about climate change will crash banks. Nobody believes climate change anymore. Nobody but a damn fool.
Our elections.
Yeah, speaking of corruption, what is dark money and how is it influencing the key swing states?
Well, dark money is different ways of evading campaign rules on how much money you give a candidate. And it tends to go to not direct to the candidate, but to NGOs and other groups. And then the money, it's set up, it's done in such a way that you can't tell the identity of the giver. But we have evidence that a lot of dark money is coming from Chinese-controlled groups.
Why they see, Joe Biden did a whole bunch of stuff like taking all kind of money, but nobody locked him up. I mean, these people have been crying, saying we was gonna. They've been telling us about climate change for long, but ain't nothing happened yet. I wanted to play this because Omar was a little upset. She said Donald Trump was trying to hurt the Somalians down there.
Really a sad day in America. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis. We talked about
How about now? Does that sound better? For some reason, I was chopping up. I don't know what the hell happened. John Roberts said I was almost unalive from California. Seriously. I don't know what the hell is wrong. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm still chopping up now. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Let me check some here. How about now? Mic check, mic check. Output volume. Let's see. Still breaking up. Bad connection. Now I unplugged the other mic to see if that would help some. And you see it's sounding kind of choppy now still. Mike is Brad said the mic is sick. John Roberts says the connection. It's weird. Your state said the cow force may kill. It's climate change. The cow force killed the mic. Thomas says going in and out. It's weird. I don't know what the hell going on. Was it like that in the beginning? The was it being choppy in the beginning? Let's see something here. I'm gonna listen to myself talk. You're gonna get a little back feed. I'm gonna log in and listen to myself talk on, see how it sounds. Let me see here. Because I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see here. Let me try something. Oh, damn it. I don't want to log in. Mic sounds nice. A mic sounds nice. Mic check. I hear it's breaking up. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I hear it now. I should log out and log back in. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna log out and log back in. I'm gonna see if that helps some. How's that sound now? Let's see. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Testing 1, 2. Still popping. I hear that pop. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I even unplugged the other microphone because we did a show earlier tonight. The spirit and it didn't have. Oh, this is damn shame. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click off some of the ones. See if they help any. Yeah, it went. Oh, go ahead. It wasn't cracking early, huh? I don't know. It just started crackling all of a sudden. I mean, we had a little weather. We had a little bad weather, but it wasn't that bad. Check, 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 check. No, the order's not. Nope. Check. Mic check. Mic check. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Something happened. Brett Armstrong says alien. Okay. Steak said do sign language. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, shake. I don't know. I guess we're gonna call it a night then. I don't know what the hell happened. Something happened with the damn microphone. Yeah, I hear it popping. Steak says even the sign language is breaking up. Thomas said the sign language is breaking up. I don't know what happened. Let me play a clip and see if you can hear this. Tell me if you can hear. Let me see which clip I want to play.
First, right? It's not the last. It's the very first. It's the bedrock of democracy. So come on, we have to resist this. Now. Yes. Resist it. They're trying to take the First Amendment from us.
Don't let them.
Resist.
Come on now. Thank you for your time.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's still breaking up. You believe Jane Fonda, she losing her mind. And I don't know what this is about here. It's still choppy though. Yep.
You know, it's the first, right? It's not the last. It's the very first. It's the bedrock of democracy. So come on, we have to resist this. Now.
Oh man. All right. Good night out there, comments. We're gonna